So I thought I'd take you on a tour of our house. This is the house that my wife and I built about 25 years ago. But this is a different kind of tour. This is an as-is tour. These photos are from a photo shoot about 8 years ago. But 8 years is a long time, especially when you have golden retrievers. So I'll show you what it looks like now, and we have a modern home tour coming up to get it back into the condition of the photo shoot and even better. Not a long time. We'll see what we can get done. Let's start at the front. There's a parking space, and then the house sits in the woods. We did everything we could to save every single tree possible. I kind of think of the house like a ship in the woods, and the front is sort of the prow, the entrance, and there's a walkway that's kind of like a dock that leads to the entrance. You can see spider webs that need to be cleaned, and the cedar is kind of grayed out. A long time ago, my wife suggested we paint the body of the house black. I thought that would be too dark, so I went with gray. But she was right. I think the grayed out cedar against a black background would be a lot nicer than grayed out cedar against a gray background. But the dogs are most important. On the right is Max, and on the left is Minnie. I thought Max and Min would be great names for dogs, but my wife wasn't so keen on it, so she named her Minnie. It's a fairly simple wood frame house on a concrete block foundation. The cedar boards are just a rain screen over the already waterproof house and siding. When you're designing a house, it's very important to include holes for the dogs to stick their heads out. This is the north side of the house, the utility side. In the black enclosures are HVAC and electrical boxes and pool equipment and stuff like that. In the background, you can see our shed and the new addition to the wood shop. So Max is about 8 and Minnie's about 8 months, and she's full of energy. So we started testing some black on the front of the house, but this is stain. The stain kind of gets chalky and it's very hard to clean, so I think we're going to use paint. This is inside the front porch, which is kind of screened and in a big opening. And of course you can see the sprayer I intend to use to spray the house black. I made this sliding gate to try to keep the dogs from harassing the Amazon guy or girl. You enter into a small hallway. Frank Lloyd Wright would call this compression. Yes, those are drawings of the house. I'm obsessive. On the right side of the entrance is a place to hang your coats, and behind that is bike storage. So we're beginning the reality part of the tour. My wife put this stool there to try to keep our golden retriever from destroying the walls. I don't think it worked. The pine floors have been pretty much destroyed by dogs running back and forth. We'll definitely have to fix that. At the end of the hallway, you emerge into the main space. Frank Lloyd Wright would call this release. Further into the space, you can see our roof, which is just standard 412 roof trusses, but they're exposed. At the top of the roof, there's a 50-foot long skylight. Pretty much everything you see is stuff I've built out of wood. I've been at this for a while. Of course, my skills get better, so how I build changes. The main space is 16 feet high, and it has the dining room, the living room, and the kitchen. When we started building this house, we had no money, so there was no way we could afford to buy all these windows. So we basically just built them ourselves. There's a lot of clutter and cleaning to be dealt with before the tour. I have plans for a brand new entertainment center, but that probably won't get done before the tour. And this is the super cool lamp I just finished. Go watch that video. The standard 2x12 wood stairs go up to the studio. The threaded rod under the treads helps support it. And then you can see the roof and the skylight. This is the reality of my studio most days. Books and things just strewn around. I wish I was more orderly, but I'm just not. I took the door off of my storage and editing room because I'm experimenting with putting birch veneer on it. I'm always playing with something. It's great to have a bulletin board to pin up all the stuff you're working on. And this is the master bedroom. The main thing I need to do here is clean and maybe organize some of the photographs. These windows are at the east end of the house, so the sun wakes you up, which is pretty cool. I think I'm going to put a picture rail along this wall so I can hang up some more of my drawings. In case you're wondering, all the plumbing lives in the black box. The white walls are partitions between bedrooms. This box is to shade the thermostat from the skylight above. We just built the master closet out of plywood, and it's held up pretty well. I thought the open shelving would be really neat, but I probably need to build doors for it. Okay, so I saw an image of a black bathroom and I thought it was cool. And since our bathrooms are in a black box, I thought, oh, it should be black. But it was a terrible idea. One of the main things I plan to do is paint all this white and upgrade the cabinets and medicine cabinets and light. The walls will be white. The main part of the cabinet will be painted black. The drawer fronts will be cherry and will be a new medicine cabinet. Our painted doors haven't held up well, so we're going to replace them with birch doors. I would say the bath area is kind of spa-like, but the black just kills it. It's going to be so much nicer when it's white. I made this unit as a laundry hamper and storage. And again, I think it's going to look a lot better when the walls are white. Even though there's work to be done, the natural light that comes into the bathroom is pretty cool. The courtyard is an extension of the house, an outdoor room, if you will. So it's important that it's nice, and it's taken a lot of abuse. Minnie loves sticks, and she brings them from everywhere. The roof over the courtyard deck is just standard trusses with polycarbonate over top. I love the way the light filters through. looks like the pool needs some chlorine and the whole place just needs to be cleaned up some. But maybe you can see the beauty in all the clutter. So many projects, so little time. So this definitely has to be dealt with. Many like stealing socks and tearing up Liriope. I used to call this the microcosm house because this courtyard is our little world. And we still love it, even when it's not in great condition. These chairs need some love. I was thinking about painting them white, but my wife says they should be black. What do you think? This is kind of the money shot, looking back from the courtyard into the house. Dog toys, sticks, and torn up Liriope. Sensing a theme? When I did a tour of my wood shop, some people commented that it was a showpiece and there was no woodworking going on. Well, this is it, mid-project. This is the south side deck with a glue up for a countertop. And the tree. We love our trees. I made ramps for our dog Izzy, who lived to 15. She passed about a year ago. I don't mind the natural graying of the cedar, but I do wish there was a little bit more contrast between the screen and the house. This is a test of toner sealer on the cedar, and I think it's pretty cool. I hope we have time to do it. I hope you enjoyed this tour. We live in a world where we only see things when they're perfect, so I thought I would show you something real. I'll post more videos as we upgrade different parts of the house, and then a video once it's prepared for the tour. So the race is on. Will we get the house back to snuff? Or will the forces of chaos win the day?